Hello, welcome back to another video. I'm really pressed for time, so I'm just gonna go ahead and post this footage that I've had. I drew a bunch of the beginning stuff for this on my computer and just switched it over to my iPad for more of the finished stuff, and it was gonna take me hours, and I just wanted to be comfortable and be able to pick it up whenever I wanted. So this is a character drawing that I did for our business stuff. We made it into like keychains and stickers and t-shirts and stuff like that. But I really like scramblers. I'm huge into a bunch of the skull on fire characters from just about everything. And I really like that like vintage old, I don't know. I really like that aesthetic, so I just went ahead and did this. Any excuse to draw a motorcycle. Occasionally they intimidate me, but because I like them so much, after a little bit of time, I get so into drawing them that I don't even care. So, yeah, even though I will point out some things that I didn't notice till later and I was a little annoyed with myself about, is I messed up the handlebar on the farthest side, and you can tell his hand's at the wrong angle. There it is. And the headlight on the front is a little weird. It's just not quite right, but here we are. That's just how it is. I had a lot of fun with this one. I really did. Obviously, at this point, this was months ago when I was doing a lot of stuff for the car show. This was one of the things I did for the car show. I did a lot more like realistic-ish cars, and we put them on a bunch of stuff like wallets and one of those huge tumblers. It looks like one of those Stanley cups or whatever. And this one was just something kind of in my style that I wanted to make. Yeah, it was just a good excuse to draw some rad Liberty spiked up skull with a motorcycle. So, yeah. Not gonna think too hard about it. I just wanted to do it. It did take quite a while, but all things considered, it was a pretty quick draw. I did chunky lines on my computer and I just really dug the look of it, and I thought, yeah, I think I'm gonna stick with something close to that whenever I ink over it. And maybe to some people this isn't chunky, but for me it was. The whip thing that popped up was I was putting it on my Instagram stories, I think. So yeah, that's what that was about. And I know some of my lines are kind of messy, but I knew I was going to be going back over the top and cleaning some of that up, so it was not a huge deal to me. That brown is, for some reason, one of my favorite colors. Maybe just because, I was around people who had old motorcycles or whatever, and I really dug them. And the seats were nearly always that brown color. Usually pretty worn, which I also really liked, or had duct tape over it, which I thought was just really, I don't know, it's really interesting. It adds story, it adds time. I like it. I don't feel like I put enough detail into that skull on the gas tank, but I don't know. I still like it. I feel like it just added something to it, so that's okay. Yeah, I don't know. I feel like the keychains for this turned out really nice. I think a lot of the stuff we've had printed actually really helped the colors stand out quite a bit, so I don't think there was anything that we ordered with this design on it that I wasn't pretty satisfied with. But I always have the shop linked in the description, so if you want to check it out and see if there's something that you want to buy that has this dude on it, feel free. We're getting pretty close to the end here. Just some finishing touches. You'll have to really look at it to try and see them, and I'm cleaning up the edges here, that's why I turned the background off. That was the most tedious part It almost always is, but it cleans up my lines without a lot of extra fuss. And the light show there was just me trying to figure out which layers I was on. And then trying to get my lighting. It really was just a blast to make this picture. Yeah, here's a finished picture. Thank you so much for watching. Let me know what you thought in the comments. Have a good day or night, and bye.